and welcome to the 3 point review. Are we calling it that anymore? I mean,
Yes.
how many people watch this
I don't know, 20,000
on TikTok?
divided
Yes,
by 1,000.
what was it?
45.
views.
Yes,
And that's my claim to fame. Our claim to fame.
It's true.
On the 3 point review today, we're going to be discussing 3 topics. The first topic: what's going on at Chelsea, Josh? Because I'm hearing some rumours that they might not have a lot of good, normal activities going on the books. Tell me what's going on.
Yes, Mr. Chapman. So what we have is an exclusive from Time Sport from 4 days ago. Chelsea's valuation of their women's team of over 150 million, which gave them a profit of almost 200 million from selling the team and other subsidiaries to themselves, the parent company Blueco, hasn't been approved by the Premier League.
Oh, well, rightfully so. I mean, selling your women's team and what else? The subsidiaries to yourself.
Yeah.
That seems like a little bit of off the books business. That's what that sounds like, a lot of Man City business. That's what that does.
It's dodgy.
That sounds dodgy.
It's dodgy because Chelsea have tried. We've seen it before with all the 10-year contracts, and now that's been banned. But the difference is what they did with that is they just went, okay, no one can do this anymore, whatever. But now anything can happen when it comes to the punishments. The Premier League have to go over and see if it applies to PSR, because if it doesn't, if it's a breach, anything
can happen.
Anything can happen.
And I'm welcoming anything.
Yeah.
Please, points deduction, fine, transfer ban, European ban. I'll take it all. But what you have to ask is, why are they in this position where you need to meddle with the books like that? Because that's obviously planned to make sure they meet the FFP requirements.
Yep.
So how does it get that bad?
There's no other way to put it. It's fraud. It is. What they've done is fraud.
Fraudulent behaviour.
That's legally what it is, you know? And the team only had revenues of 11 million. So to say it's 200 million is fucking ridiculous.
That's fucking crazy.
So look, obviously they're gonna have a whole investigation, however long it takes. You know, in football, this shit always takes so long.
It does.
But this could end up in a European ban for all of Chelsea's teams. It could come with a huge fine. It could come with a transfer ban. It could come with anything.
Yeah.
And I don't know why teams try their luck at it, because these American owners, they have no affiliation to Chelsea, but their actions could now have a long-term effect on the club. It could cause players to leave now and affect where they will go. Because Chelsea have always been Chelsea have always been up and amongst it for the past few years, but it could be done now.
They've been amongst it, and it feels like a lot of these signings that were made recently, a lot of these young bright players who have been put on 8-year contracts and all of that. It all seems like it's coming together nicely now, because all of that money could have probably been put into profit.
Yep.
You wouldn't have need to spend it. But why? First of all, why did they buy that many players? No one knows. And then now it's like, oh, well, we're now having to fraudulently claim that we're making more profit than we are. Did you think you were just going to get away with that? You just think you're just going to let that slip?
Yeah.
Like, we all know that you're going to be cooked in 10 years, bro. We all know Chelsea are cooked.
Yeah.
It's just, how long is it going to take to happen? Not just this, by the way, but all of those long-term contracts. Do you really think that Neto's going to be there after next season? Do you really think that?
I genuinely...
Do you think Sancho's going to be there?
I don't think half of those players.
And Kunku's going to go. João Felix is already gone.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of those players are going to go.
You know what? I'm here for it, because when you try to find all these loopholes, try to, build and do all this weird fraudulent shit, you'll get caught. Just like City, they will get caught.
Yeah, it's true.
But yeah,
I'm very, very content with Chelsea going down and becoming, a really poor and shit club. I want them to be Fulham. That's what I want them to be.
Interesting.
Like, just lose all your money and stay down in bottom half of the table. Because I enjoyed it when Chelsea were bottom half of the table.
Seymour?
Seymour table. But anyways, I suppose now we can have a little talk about the league. Pretty broad. The league.
Top four
and relegation. So we'll start off with relegation.
Yep.
Obviously, Southampton.
They're down.
they're
They've
gone.
broken a record. The earliest
You're
ever
gone.
team to be confirmed to be relegated. 31 games played, 10 points, and
Holy
only
shit.
2 games won, 4 draws, and if the math is mathing correctly, that's 25 losses.
I mean, we all know that it's one of the worst Premier League seasons of all time. But why are we seeing such a divide between the Premier League and the Championship? Like, we just saw Leicester come up.
It's true. You know, we haven't seen something like this in a very long time. I mean, 10 points is very close to the record, which Derby set in 2008 when they won 1 game. They got 11 points.
Yeah.
So Southampton, if they lose the rest of their games, they'll break the record, which would be funny. But the teams that came up are going straight back down this year. And, you know, there's a gap of 12 points between 17th and 18th. It's pretty much done.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, because you see Ipswich playing good football, but they just don't have the quality.
Yeah.
Because they dominated the Championship. But, you know, there's that whole thing of when you come up, you just have to be stubborn pricks. You just literally have to play 4-4-2.
Yeah.
Fucking, like, honestly.
Thug it out, man. It's going to be a terrible season. You've just got to survive it.
Yeah,
and then when you get that boost next year with the money that you get staying in the Premier League, that's when you can start to build. But even Leicester, like, I thought Leicester would have a much better season than they did. I think I predicted them like 13th or something like that.
Yeah.
They had a decent team coming up.
It's shocking, man. It's shocking. I mean, but that's the thing. You need literally all Premier League level players, because all these relegation teams, a handful of them in January got some Premier League players on loan, you know, to try and save them.
Yeah.
But it's too late at that point. I honestly, I think the blueprint is there from Bournemouth, from Brentford.
Eddie Howe did it.
Yeah, even from Villa, like teams that have come up and then been stubborn for a few years, and now they're finding their identity.
What's that guy who was at Leicester before Ranieri? Forget his name.
Nigel
Pearson.
You're an ostrich.
He kept them up.
Yeah.
It was ugly football.
Oh yeah.
Ugly football.
Oh yeah.
But he did it.
Exactly. I mean, but that's the thing. When you stay in the league for a few seasons, Forest, 2 seasons, they've stayed up.
Literally.
But this year, all of a sudden, they're third.
That's all you need.
Yeah. I mean,
There's so much Premier League teams down there now, like Leeds, Sheffield United.
Leeds are shit.
But we won't get. We could talk about that for hours. Okay, we could talk about that for fucking ages. But there's so many teams down there now that were Premier League, like they were just normal Premier League teams.
Yeah.
Like Norwich, for example.
I think a lot of it has to do with managers being so stubborn on their philosophies. When you're coming up to the Premier League, mate, you just have to be, your mindset has to be stay up.
Yeah.
By all means necessary. If that means abandoning what you believe in, fine. Because Southampton's coach, Russell Martin, before he got sacked, was decent. They brought in a new guy. Fuck all's happened. They've gone down, you know? And
you have to be hard to beat. Like, do you even remember the first season Nottingham Forest came up?
Yeah.
You would not want to go there. Or was it Luton? You wouldn't even, you would hate to go there because you were like, it's a hard game to win.
Yeah.
And they played hard. And I mean, Luton obviously backed down because they were shit.
Yeah.
But Forest stuck it out, and look at them now. Like, they are reaping the rewards. And now they've got a top quality manager, top quality players. They've got one of the best strikers in form in the league. I mean, Chris Wood's not scored in a minute, actually, to be fair. But
well, he hasn't played.
Still,
he's injured.
Exactly. So if you thug it out, you can get there. It's just making those decisions at the beginning. You're not going to come up and play with Mavadidi and play him for 31 games. Like, he's turned out to be shit.
Yeah.
He's just a worse ASM. So it's easy to take on shit players in the Championship and look good. But the level, the jump up is so high. That means you have to jump up. But you have to adjust. Like, it's just not linear. You can't just go and transfer it all over from the Championship to the Premier League. Changes need to be made. Sacrifices need to be made.
Yeah.
And we're looking at Southampton and we're saying goodbye. Have a nice time.
Bye. Have a great time.
See you later.
But moving up, firstly, United are not in a relegation battle. Thank God. We're pretty much safe.
They basically were at one point.
I think we still could mathematically get relegated, but I think we're fine.
Yeah.
So we'll move past Tottenham, United, Brentford, Palace, and we'll go into the top 4 race.
Let's just get to the top, top teams.
Yeah. So Liverpool and Arsenal qualified for Champions League.
Obviously.
Rumour has it that based on English teams' performances this year in Europe, there will be 5 Champions League spots up for grabs.
Okay.
Which means that the top 5 will get the top tier of Champions League
Oh,
football.
wow.
So if your team would like to qualify, you just need to come fifth.
Do you really think that an English team is going to win the Champions League next year, though?
No.
No, I don't
But
think
there
so.
were 5, there were like 4 or 5 like spaces for German teams last year because Leverkusen made the final.
That's true.
So
Yeah.
that's all you need. So Liverpool, Arsenal, I think the other 3 places are up for grabs. Right now, the order is as following. Forest, Chelsea, City, Villa, Newcastle, and then Fulham, Brighton and Bournemouth.
Okay, scrap those bottom 3 because they're not getting anywhere fucking close. I'll tell you that right now.
I think Brighton could come close.
Brighton are not getting 5th place.
No. But they'll challenge for you. It's a fact. It's the idea.
Try that again.
It's the idea that out of these teams, right, only 1 or 2 will miss out on Europe.
I'll tell you this right now. City are obviously going to get top 5.
I don't know about that.
No?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Haaland's out.
Haaland's out for the rest of the season.
Yeah, and he's the primary goal scorer. You know, if we're looking, they've got some favourable. The next 2 games are easy, but then they've got Villa, Forest, and easy games after that. But Bournemouth. That's some tough games. Villa, Forest, and Bournemouth in the run-in.
And I think also Foden not in great form. The back line shaky at times.
Yes.
Kusanov absolutely useless. It's all starting to fall away a little bit for City, but Pep is Pep. I think he could push them over the line.
I think he will. I think he will. I think Chelsea will fall out of the top 5.
Well, yeah. That's going to happen.
So we'll say City 3rd. City 4th. I think Forest are going to do it.
3rd place?
I think they'll get 3rd.
My fingers are crossed. I want Forest to do well. I don't think, unless it's Leicester. How the tables have turned, by the way. Leicester winning the leagues and now getting relegated and Forest up at the top. That's so funny.
It's insane.
I want them to win the league. I want them to do really well.
Yeah, get Champions League for the first time since the 80s.
That's great.
Yeah.
I love that for them.
Yeah, I think why not, man? Why not? I think they're so tough to beat, and their games. I mean, to be fair, they've got a few. They've got Spurs, City. Well, that's it. Chelsea. I don't really count that as a tough game, but Spurs and City, I think, are the 2 they have to get past. And if they come out of that with 1 point or 3 points, they've got it.
And 5th place?
The last spot up for grabs is, I think it's between you and Villa.
I don't think Villa gets it done.
I
don't think... if Rashford gets Champions League football, I'd kill myself.
I think you guys have the better chance, but Villa's depth is literally... All it takes is Isak just to get tackled weirdly tomorrow. That's all it is.
It's true. That is true. For strikers, that is true. We don't have that... Well, Callum Wilson. Asula. We don't have that backup.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying. I think Isak's going to be fine for the rest of the year. He's being very cautious. Is that touchline the curse? Did that just activate? I think he'll be all right for the rest of the season.
Okay.
Although he did come off last game because he felt uncomfortable in his groin.
Yes.
They're playing him very safe. He will not play if he doesn't feel comfortable. So it will have to be a challenge that injures him. Or something miraculous, like something crazy that happens. So I think he's going to be okay. I think we'll get 5th place. I don't think Villa are going to get there.
I think
Newcastle have pretty good depth as well outside of the striker position.
I don't know.
Not as good, but
I think Villa's depth is crazy. They've won their last 5 in a row. They're hitting form at the right time. This is when
we're also hitting form. We just won a fucking trophy the first time in 70 years.
That's true, but you were losing before that. But you won that.
We just went up to 4th and then obviously dropped down.
Yeah, no. It's going to be close, but I just think Villa, Rashford started scoring.
2 games in hand, though, to Villa as well, no?
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true. So you do really, really have the upper hand.
Yeah.
But you've got to play us. Okay, never mind. At St. James's Park. You've got to play Villa. That's a 6-pointer. You have to win that. Yeah. And then you got to play Chelsea and Arsenal in 2 of the last 3 games of the season.
Oh, well, we fucking pumped Arsenal twice recently, and Chelsea we struggled to beat, actually.
And Brighton, actually. So you've got a few tough games.
Decent run, yeah.
You've got a few tough games. I just think Villa have got Rashford scoring. They've got Marlon scoring.
I swear to God, if Rashford fucking scores on against us, I'll kill myself.
Asensio on Saturday had the most goals in all comps than any other player since he joined Villa.
Yeah.
They are in form. But if you beat them,
Asensio versus Joelinton. I know what I'm picking.
It's going to be good, though. I think the run is going to be good. You're going to be shitting it on the final day. I think Villa.
European football, regardless. I don't really.
Yeah, true. I mean,
and Champions League drained us.
Yeah,
we don't have the depth of the Champions League yet. So to go far in it, at least. So,
yeah, I mean, Europa wouldn't be bad, but obviously for revenue sake, I think Champions League.
Yeah, you got to be hoping for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Villa though, and then then Newcastle. And
Newcastle
Brighton.
in 6th.
Yeah, in 7th. In 6th, yeah, Newcastle, and then Brighton in 7th.
Okay, I'll tell you. I think we're gonna slip into
5th. You said
4th,
Fuck
5th. No, 5th.
Jesus.
We could get 4th.
Right.
If we just keep doing well, I mean, like,
who's
our next game? Leicester.
Yeah. You'll go into 5th with this win.
Yeah, 100%.
You will.
We're then going to pump you. Come on, we're going to beat you pretty bad. Is it here?
No.
Or we're definitely going to fucking pump
I'm telling you, that's going to be a draw. I know this to be true. It's going to be a draw.
You heard it here first.
Yes, you did. It is not because we're good, but because somehow Maguire's going to fucking head everything away.
It'll be a Bruno Fernandes free kick. Yeah. We already know it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, that's top 4. And our 3rd point.
Well, I mean, there's been a lot of debate about the England squad recently. I think we're just going to quickly rattle through. Obviously, you care. We're going to rattle through what our England squads would be. Hopefully, you can relate. I mean, as England fans, I think we all want the same thing, just to win. So, how would you set up your England squad to win the World Cup?
Well,
shall we go player by player, or should we go?
So we're going 4-2-3-1 because that's what Tuchel plays.
We'll go 4-2-3.
Yeah,
if
I'm surprised.
If that's what you want, that's what we'll do.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I mean, 4-3-3 would be the easiest one to do.
It's the same. It's
the same. That's what I mean. It's the same thing. But if you do 4-2-3-1, you're going to force me to put 2 DMs in.
No. Okay, we'll say it can be. It's usually an 8 and a 6.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's go.
Okay. Starting off in goal, Jordan Pickford.
Yeah.
Has to be.
Unfortunately. Yeah.
Unfortunately. Right back. You go first.
If everyone's fit. Reece James.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that. If he's 100% fit, Reece James, definitely bring Trippier on the bench. 100%.
Yeah. Trent who?
Fuck that guy. That guy's shit. Leave him in Spain.
Okay.
All right. Centre back. Go ahead.
Right centre back. I'll give you both of my centre backs. I'll go with Gahey. And it'll probably have to be Colwill because you want a left-footed centre back.
Again,
are you going to sit Dan Burn? You can't.
Oh, are you playing Colwill over Dan Burn? Though?
Yeah.
Why?
I think
this is the thing, though. You're going to play a left-footed centre back over someone who can play left back and left centre back.
Colwill can play left back.
Who's better?
Right now, Burn's better, but I think Colwill's more technically.
What? Technically, what?
Gifted. He's got more about him. No.
What's he got about him? Dan Burn scores in finals.
Oh,
Jesus,
he scores. Jesus
no.
Christ.
Okay, no. I will play this out. He scores in finals. He scores in semi-finals. He scored in the Champions League. Has Colwill done either of those things? Any of those things?
Scored in the no, he hasn't scored in the Champions League.
Okay, no, I'll stop you right there as well. Dan Burn could play left centre back. He could play in the middle of a 3. He could play at left back.
Keep him on the bench then. That's great.
I can't believe you actually.
It's a good utility.
Colwill is shit.
It's a great. No, he is.
Colwill was bozo of the week for a long time.
Yes, but I think he's going to be England's future. Who else are you going to have there? Burn is on the wrong
side.
You
don't have to play England's future right now, man. We just saw Morgan Rogers is probably not.
I'm playing.
Palmer didn't get a sniff in the Euros last year, but he still played 2 games and did well. But you don't just start the young talent because they're young talent.
Colwill.
That's wrong.
Who'd you ever left?
All right, Dan Burn. Lewis Hall.
I'll still go Luke Shaw. Yeah. I'll still go Luke. Why wouldn't you go Luke Shaw? You've got an experienced player.
Okay. Luke Shaw doesn't care about football.
He's got one more in it. No, he doesn't care about playing for United. He cares about England.
He doesn't care about football, and he doesn't care about his weight, and he doesn't care about England. I'm telling you right now, this guy's not going to be available for the World Cup.
Okay.
I'll tell you this right now.
I'm telling you, he's going to literally take the whole of next season.
Okay. Fair enough. Let's just say that you want to take Luke Shaw, and he is fit.
Yeah.
Right? Lewis Hall's played all season and won a trophy. Luke Shaw's been injured.
Yeah.
Lewis Hall can go up the pitch and down, just like Luke Shaw.
Yeah.
Like, he can... And you just said playing Colwill for the fact that he's more technically gifted and
yes,
younger.
Yes,
and,
I think
and
Luke
the
Shaw's
prospect,
better than
should,
Hall.
by your logic, you should play Hall.
No, but if Hall next year has like an amazing, if he gets like all these assists and he shows his set piece danger, then fine. If he literally shows me that he can do what Luke Shaw can do, fine. But he's not as good of a ball carrier as Shaw, which I think England need. But I like Lewis Hall.
But
I'm a Lewis Hall fan.
You just picked.
I'm a Lewis Hall fan.
You
right?
just picked the
Lewis Hall.
Southgate fullbacks. That's what you just picked.
No, because the right back would have been Trippier, Southgate. But
No.
Trippier's like 40.
If Reece James was in and about, he would have picked Reece James. But
Maybe.
Reece James was injured for 2 tournaments.
Maybe, but I'm sticking with it.
Southgate fullback.
I'm sticking with it.
Okay,
All right.
he's sticking with it. Let's go. Obviously, it's a 3, but
we should
basically
agree,
a 2
we
and a
should
1.
be agreeing on this.
Well,
go ahead.
Declan Rice
Yes.
is in there.
Yes.
As your 6.
Fine.
Right.
Yeah.
Bellingham.
Yes.
Is in there as what is he? The 8 or the 10?
I'll play him in the 10. That's the best position. Yeah.
I think let him play as the 10 because he can, he does a lot. He goes forward and comes back.
And he can score. I think that's something good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then who's your 8?
My 8?
Yes. It's between 2. I think. I think there's only 2 players that should be up for grabs.
Ward-Prowse. No.
Okay. I think it's either Morgan Rogers or
in the 8
or Mainu. Probably Mainu. If he's fit.
Barely played this season though.
No, yeah, right now, but he's still very fucking good. I think, but also Rogers.
Warburton, whatever his fucking name is.
Warburton,
the bread.
He's
Wharton?
actually
Is that his name? Adam Wharton.
Yeah, Adam Wharton. He took a step back this year. He
his
hasn't
name.
been as good this year as he was last year.
Yeah, and he didn't get selected for the squad. Just
but I still think he's good. That's England's midfield. You got so many options, which is really good.
A lot of attacking options though. That's the thing. It's like Palmer goes higher, Bellingham goes higher, Foden goes higher.
Okay, because you got Jordan Henderson. It's okay. It's fine.
No, we won't be doing that.
So who are you picking?
Sean Longstaff. No, I'm joking. Yeah. I would pick. I would have Bellingham in the 10, but let him do what he wants.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Free
he's
roam.
good enough.
Yeah.
Okay. I pick Rodgers, in my opinion.
That's fine.
But you've got to let Rodgers know, fucking Declan Rice needs support. He can't play by himself as the 6.
Yeah.
He needs a man there. So you have to restrict Rodgers from going forward. But that's his best thing. When he makes those runs from the middle of the pitch, that's his best job. So as long as he defensively drops back, I'm happy with that. I don't mind.
If he does, we'll see.
If he does, I'll put these back on now.
Left mid.
I mean, this is not a question. Anthony Gordon is left winger for England.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if you say anything else, you belong in an asylum, and you should be
Marcus Ratner. I'm joking.
No.
I generally think off the bench though. That's
bring him off the bench.
That's a great option to have.
That's where he's the best. Because Rashford, fast twitch player,
behind,
let him get on in the 60th, 65th, 70th. Let him do a job.
100%.
Striker,
Harry Kane.
Obviously, Harry Kane.
For now,
we're going to agree on that.
Yeah.
Right winger.
He don't do it.
Obviously, you've got to pick him.
Saka.
Jacob. No, I'm joking. Bukayo Saka's my right winger. But I would like to see even maybe Palmer go out on the right-hand side.
Or Bowen.
Just depending on how Tuchel lines up. But for me, playing a 4-3-3, ideally in an ideal world where Saka is dropping back a lot with Gordon and they go up and down the pitch, and you can have Bellingham and Rodgers work as 2 10s at time and then as 2 8s. I'd like that more than anything else, but I don't know how Tuchel's going to line up. He picked Henderson. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not a mind reader.
We will see.
If you saw this on TikTok, I'm not an England manager. Yeah. I don't know anything about football compared to them.
Don't know if you can tell.
I don't think I've ever even won the Premier League in career mode. So I don't know anything.
You're looking at the treble winner with West Ham on FIFA 17.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
Best signing? Tell me what the signing was.
Who did I sign? I think I signed United youngsters. I must have. That's just what I do.
That's what he does.
Yeah. But you know what? We've got to do our bum of the week. So quickly, give me your bum of the week.
Ooh, bum of the week, Van Dijk, for just being a prick.
Yeah, being a prick. I'm going to give it to the ref from the Manchester derby because
Of course he is.
fucking hell, man. This guy let a lot go, which I was like, okay. Like, City were getting away. You know those bitchy, like, on the break shirt pulls, trip ups, the things Rodri literally makes his name for.
Yeah.
They were doing it to us non-stop, no cards. Mount comes on, does it once and gets booked. Like, it's just one example, but there were a few other examples.
It's one of those games, man, where the ref just, it's always on you feel.
I think I think the ref had that whole thing of like trying to prove something to the home crowd, because when you listen to like ex-refs talk about it, they're like, I was trying to send my message across that I'm not going to be bullied into decision.
Send what message? Follow the laws,
Fucking hell, man. Just make the right decision. But yeah, you get it, you twat. I forgot who you are, but fuck you. But yeah, it's the end of 3 points.
Thanks very much for watching.
Yeah.
Like, comment, subscribe, comment on my TikTok, share them, repost them, and we will catch you in a bit. Peace.